maybe. Hopefully, yes. Seems that way. Let me know if it's super choppy because we have different internet now and it's not as good, and so multi-streaming might break. Comma mic. Comma other mic.
Well, you are live on Twitch.
Perfect. I only work with 2 mics. Only work with mics. That's it. Hello. Welcome to the stream that is our stream. And we haven't done this for several months, but now we are doing it now because we want to.
Who are you talking to?
The people who aren't watching our stream yet.
Oh.
Yeah. We can all share that the stream is up.
Oh yeah, I will do that.
My favorite part of the beginning of the stream involves people sitting in front of the camera on their phones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm letting our super fans know that we're live. That's what we do. We make sure that it goes live because we're bad at this. And then it's live on Twitch, you said?
Yep.
I didn't say it's live on Twitch.
So, oh my god, he's cramping.
Okay. You also notice that our audio levels are not as good right now because I've lent out my lapel microphones, and
Okay.
so we're using these stand.
And wherever they are, we will find you.
They are
You will
fine
find them.
enough.
Good,
You can also hear me perfectly, which is
great. That's all I wanted. Is that Dr. Stephen Strange? Okay, so Mike, explain to our loyal audience members
What the F happened?
why all of a sudden
Yes.
there's all these characters that are unlocked in level
Okay,
50.
so I hung out with Shane. Shout out to @ShaneTertainment, and I'm pretty sure. And he's like, "Hey, there's DLC for this. What's in the DLC? More characters. Buy it immediately." And I was like, "Please let go of my arm. You're hurting me. Please let go of my arm." And then I bought the DLC. And that's why we have that bottom row is all DLC people. And I think all we actually have to unlock, I mean, I see 2 spots up on the right, but I know that, I at least found out on the Infinity Rift thing that you can play as Magneto and as Thanos. So we just have to get our characters really high up and beat that Infinity Rift thing. But anyways, yeah, so we unlocked a bunch of characters because we actually beat the game. So this is what it kind of looks like if you don't find everybody and you don't find every rift, but you beat the game. Who are all the characters?
So now we're going to continue from where the
Yep.
stream left off.
Yes,
But with
in the mansion.
A lot
yes.
more characters.
Yeah, so now you can play as people that we couldn't technically play as before. So choose. Okay, you choose 2. I choose 2. I'll take this side of the screen.
So do you know what Elsa Bloodstone is from?
I sure don't.
Because I play this little Marvel app game, and she's in that too. And I'm not sure.
Really trying to push this Bloodstone thing. Elsa.
Yeah.
Isn't every Elsa from?
Marvel, Disney. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
I mean, that stuff isn't going to be that crazy in a little bit, right? One day.
So here's something I don't understand is why are they making a Morbius movie, and also why is Morbius in this game? Out of all of the Spider-Man villains,
Jared Leto wants a second chance.
Is he playing Morbius?
That's why. Yeah, you didn't see the trailer, or the teaser at least they released.
So
they released the teaser.
I mean, out of okay, they made a Morbius movie because they're like, oh, we want to make a vampire movie, but we want to use the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Sure, that's I can get behind that. My theory is that someone wrote a neat vampire movie, and then the producers went, well, unless we attach this to a franchise, no one's gonna watch it.
Right.
So let's attach it to the Spider-Man franchise. So that part makes sense.
That happens,
But
yeah.
why is he in this game? Out of all of the Spider-Man villains that you could have, why Morbius?
These 4 in that cluster of DLC. So there is a sort of, I guess, a dark theme or a night theme or people who actually kill people theme.
Is this like a Halloween DLC? Because that also
could be.
Morbius isn't so much a villain as he is a nemesis.
Sure.
That's news to me right there. I didn't know that he
Yeah.
had his own line of comics.
I
I thought
mean-
he was just a Spider-Man character.
He's like a Punisher.
Cool. Yeah.
But
Didn't know.
he's started as a Spider-Man villain.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, a lot of villains and people have their own comics because money.
Who do you want to play as for this for our run?
I like Nightcrawler, and then also I'm
Nightcrawler's
keen
great.
on probably Doctor Strange. I want to see what.
I
he
like the
plays
idea
there.
of Doctor Strange being here before we've unlocked him for sure. Boom, he's in, and I'm kind of feeling this Iron Fist.
So I remember that
Maybe.
I was liking Nightcrawler's playstyle,
He's cool. Yeah.
and I want to
Sure.
see what Doctor Strange's playstyle is.
Okay.
But there's a bunch. Like Gambit is also, of course, everyone.
Yeah.
He's,
Oh, yeah,
He's
and there-
the fan favorite.
And if you take a look at this, right, we've got the Phoenix, which, by the way, difficult to unlock. Too bad we didn't stream that. Oh well. Never would have seen it, but big, lots of battles. But yeah, there's an X-Men Saga of the Phoenix, whatever DLC. That's like that includes these characters, and Cable Boo's pretty good too. So
Cool.
Anyways, yeah. So Nightcrawler, Spider-Man. Let's get.
So with Nightcrawler and Spider-Man, we have Agile Fighter. If you're looking for like.
That's true. Yeah, we can look at these, but whatever. I just you see we have a vastly overpowered Thor and Hulk right now because we used them earlier, but not Iron
Is
Man.
there someone who? What's the button to? Okay.
Yeah, look at that.
So, New Avenger, Midnight Sun, Big Brain. So if you're looking, so Spider-Man's Big Brain, New Avenger,
No.
Agile Fighter. So if there's another Midnight Sun or Big Brain or a New Avenger,
Or someone who has completely nothing to do with anybody. The
or
Wasp.
someone who has completely nothing to do with anything.
Yeah. It's a dilemma for sure. I feel like some female
Moon Knight's
representation,
Midnight
but maybe
Sun.
that's just me feeling like we're being pressured by the
Okay,
executives
let's
to do
throw
this.
in some ladies.
Captain Marvel, Ms. Marvel, Captain Marvel, Ms. Marvel, Captain Marvel, Ms. Marvel.
She's a big brain.
Show off
What's
her
Captain
new-
Marvel got?
Generations and team leaders.
Okay.
Just a bunch of leaders running around so no one listens to each other. I want to see what this Ms. Marvel does, and she's super low level, but everyone else is way higher, and we are already over leveled for this,
Okay.
so we'll be fine. Yeah,
Perfect.
let's see what she does before all the
Let's
things.
rock and or roll.
The show comes out or the movie.
How do I ready?
Stick her in a movie. Press B. And I'm probably gonna speak in PlayStation speak the whole time, so it might confuse you when I'm like X, and there is an X on this Switch controller.
And the thing that gets me about Switch is that there is an
Nope, don't look at
A
this at all.
button. The A button.
Save your instance too. Okay, we're gonna take it from.
This is usually select, right?
We're gonna take it from here.
That one.
Yeah, exactly. A is select.
So West button is
yes
the
and
select
no.
and not South button, which also
Ooh, yes.
confuses me.
Yes. Also, please don't use directions because now every time I'm gonna have to be like, never eat shredded wheat. Never You mean the shredded button, or you mean the wheat button?
I've been playing a bunch of Hades, which is an excellent game, and I highly recommend it.
Cool.
But it's a very kind of mashy game. You have to dash around a lot, and my A button
Real quick, I'm just
jams
gonna-
in, and I can't.
Hold up, I'm just gonna ruin the audio for a second. What?
We had a conversation earlier about how Mike brought regular chips, plain chips.
Yeah,
And so-
I am Mr. Regular, please, thank you.
So I asked him if his life was so exciting.
Just
that
vanilla
he
for
could
me,
have
thanks.
Just regular chips and vanilla ice cream.
Okay. Let's wreck Xavier's car
Work.
for no reason.
Oh.
My goodness.
Are you currently Doctor Strange?
Yes, would you like to
Give
be
me.
Doctor Strange? Okay.
Okay. What do we got? Beam, beam, beam.
Yeah, he's distance.
Ball.
That.
Can I beam
Big
my
punches.
ball?
You can do other things. I think you have all 4 of your attacks, so.
Sometimes you can beam your ball. What are my other attacks again?
Hold R1. Okay, so hold R1 and you'll see what the your 4 different attacks are, your 4 different abilities are. But hold R2 and it'll automatically try to trigger one of the AI to join in with a synergy attack. So that's what if you see on screen, hey, synergy means it'll be more damaging / a bonus. Some enemies will take more damage or whatever. Yeah, that's a good one. So yeah.
How fast? Alright, let's go.
Can't wait till we actually have to meet them. Okay, so.
Wait, we already played through this part, right?
Yes, but.
Oh god.
Just to refresh.
I'm so sorry.
Quick, smash everything in the Institute because that can be helpful. We're trying to get the X-Men to get their stuff done.
Right, range fighter.
I got Nightcrawler doing nothing. Okay.
Yeah.
These guys are fun because they drop their cores, and you want to throw them. And that'll come into place later with big boss battle. Awesome.
Right, we did it.
I've been getting into the habit of trying to check every nook and cranny because there's some stuff we can find. Actually, we're seeing enemies for the. Oh, here we go. Look, that almost looks like someone in there. Who could that be, I wonder? That voice in that.
You might want to search the area for more anomalies.
Which X-Men is that?
We might want to search the area for anomalies. Do we do this one or do we just walk?
Oh, we just hit it and then we leave. And then we go like, oh great. Go beat up Elektra. No, that's fine. Later.
Okay.
Now we have it. Don't mind me, everyone. I'm gonna be hitting every bench I can find because fuck the X-Men.
And now we unlock Beast. Well, we already unlocked him? Wait, is he unlocked? We don't unlock him.
Either you're here about the item of infinite cosmic power we just liberated from
That reminds me, I should probably try to share this.
Oh!
I will say.
You will say many things.
He's just carrying an Infinity Stone. I will.
Where is this? You're not streaming at all on Facebook, are you?
I will note. We're supposed to be.
I'll check.
What I can see is
You know, I was just not tagged. I better look at your wall.
I think that Facebook changed their thing
Okay, yeah.
because
It's
it
not
does
on
say
there.
sending data here.
Ain't doing nothing.
you know what I can do? Put a
I've learned it helps to have friends in high places.
Yeah, I do that.
say
To join the
Okay, so we're talking to Beast while we're checking on tech. And then suddenly,
So, the X-Men movie is all terrible. Or not all. But
you're wrong
X1 and 2 are
so many times.
X1 and 2 are I mean, X1 and 2 are
dare
only
you.
good because the other X-Men movies are so bad.
No, they still hold up.
But when it comes to superhero movies, X1 and 2 are like mid-range, middle of the pack.
It's okay to be wrong.
What?
Look, the Sentinel's
No.
taking the... Anyways, yeah,
Here's the-
you probably had a
as much
point
as
too,
I
yeah,
like
okay.
X2,
Sure.
every character lost their accent. And when you're
Are you
doing
sure you're
this,
not talking about just Halle Berry?
no, Halle Berry lost her accent. Rogue lost her accent. Colossus doesn't have an accent in it. Colossus isn't in the next one.
Oh, sure. No cameo.
Yeah, so and he only has 2 lines. You couldn't just fake a Russian accent for 2 lines.
Dub mode.
Yeah. Wait, no, I dodged. What's dodge again?
L1, which is also block in a direction. Yeah, definitely use that. You're gonna use that.
Oh, that was some damage.
Yeah, we should be way overpowered. Because even I think Ms. Marvel's the lowest at level 11, and I seem to be doing lots of damage to these guys. So yeah, just attack them. Just attack them a bunch. Should really be super easy. There we go. And now after that. Some damage. Punch him right in the heels for a while.
What is this? Is this a loop?
Yes, and also hold L2 to check your emotes. Oh, we're so gonna go and we're gonna customize those. In fact, why don't I break up all the action by doing that right now?
Why? Why
So
are
this
we
is a
customizing our
function,
emotes?
and Shane was real mad that I was doing this for a second. But you do this, and now you can go.
Yep. You bet. Nice work.
I mean,
Yeah.
it has some tactical sense because if we're actually playing online and we don't have video chat, you can still say like, "Hey, right here," or "Watch out."
Yeah,
And
but
you can
you
say yes or
mash
no.
things. You don't need to.
Run or swing. You know what I mean.
But we can also do things like this.
Can we wrap this up before dinner? I have a date with my aunt.
Character.
Web shooters locked and loaded.
So I've customized mine. So it's time to take a look at what Doctor Strange has, and let's yeah. So look, we got.
Greetings. No,
So if you want to be like no, sometimes, right?
the Sorcerer Supreme stands against all dark magic. Stay
Whose
vigilant.
voice is that?
Stay vigilant.
And he's a standard video game voice guy.
Is it? It's got to be either Troy Baker, Robin Atkin Downs, Matthew Mercer.
Stay
Yeah.
vigilant.
Sounds like
I'm looking
one
this
of
up
them.
now. Okay, let's,
That'd be such
let's
a
hear
difficult
some more.
rooms to. Yeah. Let's see if you can find them.
Time to strike.
What
Stay
game are we playing?
vigilant.
MUA3. Type that in.
The fate of all reality depends on
What?
a magician deals in parlor
Oh, that's what we
Give
should
me,
call this.
give me 3
am a
makeup
sor-
artists.
A magician deals in parlor tricks. I am a sorcerer. Farewell.
Anyways,
I think
so
it's
we can
the
do that.
same guy who does Yasuo from League of Legends.
Okay, I'm gonna suddenly unpause now. Okay.
God,
You won't be
We'll
ready
look
for
it up.
this.
We'll look it up next time you decide to pay for 5 minutes.
Ship and ready. Should always be ready. You jump. You did. Okay. Okay, they did.
That's fine. I'm gonna strange doctor.
In front, like I know exactly what's happening, but I don't know where I am. Oh, there I am. Quick, lower loads.
How do I do that again?
L1R1. Yeah, join in.
I'm meditating.
Look at that. So much damage.
I hit L2. I was not that far.
It's okay. It's okay. See, look.
What's my
Nice work.
Wow.
See, I can tell you.
Thanks. Thanks for telling me that my work is great. Oh my god. Oh. Oh.
What's that? Oh, pick up that thing that was dropped. Or you can. Oh, that'll go straight into his mouth if I throw it right now.
Hit him in the mouth.
Oh, battery thing. I'm trying to do. There we go. Throw. Oh. Wrong guy. Here, we'll use this one. You even know what the hell I'm talking about. Throw. Hey, look, he's dead.
We did it.
Super easy.
We only lost a little bit of this one.
Yeah. Oh man, delicious taste of Monster Energy drink. Alright, sorry, I just wanted to wash down my Lay's Wavy Originals. Listen, if any representative from any of those thinks this will affect the bottom line.
Come now, Cyclops. When has following you ever done our kind?
Look, here's what the rules are. As long as we don't make fun of their product or suggest that it would cause
Man, these chips are plain. I was, while you're joking, gonna take your chip. Because that's the type of person I am.
You've allied yourselves with humans. The same race who designed these monstrosities to hunt us.
Oh, I was looking up that thing now that it's a cutscene.
Yep.
This is about far more than us versus them, Eric. We need to put our differences aside and work together for once. There are much larger forces at play
I
here.
will say one thing. Normally, so Cyclops is only he doesn't get unlocked in the game. He only gets unlocked if you play a lot of the Infinity Rifts. You know, like the bonus challenges.
Okay.
It's weird that he's picking them up here. I mean, I guess he's got metal components in his costume, but I feel like that's a very Wolverine. Like you should do it as a Wolverine, I think. You can probably throw him away because he'll heal. But I was like, oh no, Cyclops, he's dead now. And they threw him. Is it Josh Keaton?
No, it's Liam O'Brien, and that's why I recognize the voice.
Oh, cool.
Because he's also on the same thing Matt Mercer's on, Critical Role.
We did not come here for a fight.
So it's
Only to
like,
claim the power
and I'm pretty sure he's
rightfully
also the one
mine.
who does it. Yeah. Man, if only we had someone sitting to the side that was here to answer these questions that we had, and that we should have just asked them.
Why must we always do this dance?
Wait, I don't remember this.
Well, because this is one of the ones where they were set up to fail. Spoiler alert, they're going to do way more damage and we're going to do very little damage, even though because we're so over leveled, we're actually doing great damage. And let's use our specials. Let's just see if we can overwhelm them. Yeah.
Yeah.
You better shape up.
If you keep mashing the other A, yes. Oh, let's kill Mystique at least, if we can. I think we're supposed to, at least one person's supposed to be knocked out and then it triggers the next cutscene. But we refuse.
Miss Marvel, you need to take control of Miss Marvel. And
Yeah.
just dodge
Yes.
everything.
Sounds
Can we
good.
kill them now?
Boom, boom, boom. Take that, Mystique. Oh,
I am taking
actually,
a lot of damage.
boom. Oh, we got Mystique. Oh, see, took her out, and the cutscene still plays.
Oh, you take because you took Mystique out.
If the X-Men will not fall by my hand, then I will watch as all that they hold dear crumbles to the ground around them.
You got it, boss. This performance is gonna bring the house down. And there ain't nothing that can stop me.
So, I want to point out that last time we played this,
That's right.
I think
you
we had
better run.
Thor and Hulk
I'm
in
gonna
the
watch
party.
you.
Oh, we gotta run now.
Oh,
And I'm just thinking, those guys would not run from them. We kind of need to be playing as, Spider-Man and some younger people, and less powered. Even Doctor Strange probably, I feel like he has a answer for the guy whose power is being strong. Although it seems like Juggernaut's got extra super special powers. Right? Because it's like a magical gem thing or something, so he's like so
the Gem
strong.
of Siderax.
Does
His power is basically he's unstoppable.
Yes, completely unstoppable, right?
So the
As he
joke
fought
is
the
if
Hulk.
because the Blob is immovable because the Blob's mutant power is to make himself change his electricity.
Right.
So the whole thing is the I guess joke that people have been talking about for decades is what if Juggernaut fights the Blob because it's the unstoppable force. I don't know if that's actually happened in the comic since.
Again, I wish we had a tech who would just pull that up.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Only there was someone that could do some lookup if that's ever been in a comic.
Okay. Now that they've smashed
We're the news,
things
Mike.
up, we can also wreck the rest of the Xavier's Institute for the Gifted Children. Because fuck those guys.
Okay.
Oh,
Team? No, it's Hero
to do
Select.
it. Yeah.
Hero Select. Okay. Doctor Strange is interesting, but let's see if anyone else is interesting or.
I once again, still, we don't have streaming on Facebook, I believe.
I just put a link on Zach's wall, and it's weird that it doesn't just show video.
Oh, did you know?
Did we have Storm before?
I also know. Look at all these new characters.
Does Zach also
Yep,
like
switching it up.
At your service, Sheriff.
itself? I'm not really sure how Facebook.
Do you want to throw Spider-Man into the mix? Or throw another mutant into Spider-Man's place? Or are you playing Spider-Man?
Let's play Spider-Man. I don't know. Let's well, okay. Who else
Do you
doesn't
secretly
really?
just want to level up
I like
Spider-Man?
people who don't belong in the exact in the thing that we're playing right now. So yes, we could go all X-Men, or Morbius, the vampire, can be here in this daytime mission.
Sure.
And instead of Spider-Man, we can have Drax the Destroyer. We can have Dave Bautista. You know, we don't have a big guy in this team. We need a big guy to round out the team.
Yeah. So Rocket Raccoon.
I'm ready.
But he's so low that. Okay.
All right.
Yeah, I'm down for this for the movement. This is also how we ensure that we never really level up.
I know that I enjoy playing Nightcrawler.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, he's got good reason.
I'm seeing if I also.
Hey, look, I think he's Nightcrawler and Morbius seem to go to the same tailor. Cool. All right, let's go.
And this is classic Gambit with his metal breastplate.
Yeah.
Teleport.
Yeah, it's teleported you to the pose where we're going.
Oh yeah, we haven't like attached abilities.
Well, did some of that off screen. It's fine.
For all the characters.
What we need to do though also is look for a rift that I think is supposed to be here, around here. We'll continue triggering this chase. It's okay, they'll wait for us. Oh yeah, attack things in the walls. See if we can find a secret entrance somewhere. What's cool about Morbius is actually got an attack where he'll tackle someone and bite them and drink that drink.
Does it heal?
That's cool. And it heals them, yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be weird if he drank blood and it didn't heal him.
Yeah. It's just a hobby.
Oh, and he can say obey my will. Paralyzed. Fly. Ooh, hit this. Remember this?
Let's
Remember we
do-
tried to...
Remember how we never got these right?
Okay, so
Okay,
here's
so
what
I
we
got
do.
puzzle piece.
Great, I gotta change to somebody else. You got puzzle piece... Hold on. Back up for a second. You got the...
I got the purple thing.
Okay, you got purple thing? I got the, you know, the fists. Okay, let's do it.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Wow, that was easy. And if we ever had trouble with it before, we must be relieved.
Yeah. Didn't make any sense when we had trouble for it.
Why did we have so much trouble?
I love
before?
teleporting in place. Because we were on a couple of GameCube controllers where this orientation is turned this way.
Oh.
So it was always confusing a little bit.
Oh,
And once
okay.
you felt out one character, you couldn't really listen to, you couldn't take a look at what the screen was giving you. Oh, hold on, this little hallway here. Let's just listen to some more dubstep and just keep smashing things.
I feel like dubstep's gone, right? For the most part. Like
Guess.
it's sometimes it's
Yeah, I
in
don't. Yeah,
things,
it's just
but-
the modern sound, but I don't hear anyone saying the word dubstep anymore. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. That's
You
the thing
know
we're
that was
missing.
there.
No, I didn't because I was doing this trying to. Oh, maybe somebody found it.
Smashing.
But if I just do this,
This is redecorating the game.
look at his Gambit too, just being like, oh no,
You know
it's all
what?
broken.
I would love if there was a Queer Eye video game where you had to smash everything in the room to redecorate it.
Why is it Queer Eye?
Just because it's something that's like, it's not superheroes
Do this
or
with me
anything.
again.
Okay, go. It's not superheroes or anything. It's just like a bunch of dudes who have a good eye for fashion. And
Where does the smashing come in? Is that
I don't know.
anything to do
I
with
just
it?
like the idea of that, like, because it's a video game, so you have to have some sort of like gameplay.
He comes here, I can throw crap at him. Oh. Alright. Quick, throw crap at him. You can. Die. The vampire's gonna throw things at you. Yeah, wreck his health.
Can you do this?
Dominance, okay? Ooh, look at that. Look at Gambit. Flippy.
Flipping
Flippy, flippy.
around. Ooh.
Yes, we should avoid it.
You're saying pick this up.
Yeah. Exactly.
And then, why
Chuck it
there?
at him, yeah. Exactly. Why is square?
Yeah. I am used to Xbox.
Also computer. We're talking. If I'm talking PlayStation, you're talking Xbox. We just have everyone hesitantly do it. You don't really need them.
Well, I can say with authority that you're at least also it just took me a while to figure out what
Hello, YouTube. You just revealed this new branding that you're creating.
I mean, I kept going to Zach Fudge, and I'm like, I understand that's not working.
No.
Thoughtstone.
No,
You're on
my
Twitch and you're on YouTube, you're not.
This way.
one of my friends that I play video games with is his gamer tag is Thoughtstorm.
Nowhere left to run, punks.
Shout out to Thoughtstorm
So
for
sometimes I call him Thoughtstorm.
not letting us
You think
use
you can
that.
help me stop Tavarish?
It absolutely was taken.
Allow me to prove you wrong.
When I
check
was
out.
naming Thought Swerve, I went over like 1,000 different names. for
By the way,
things.
check out Morbius's Naruto run. It's kind of amazing. I mean, like,
Listen.
Nightcrawler has it, but he also has a sword, so it's like,
He's
let's go
Morbius is a goth boy, which means
Yeah.
that he's painted his nails and they need to dry.
it's true.
And that's why he's running like that.
Oh, cool. I see it now. I mean, yeah, Nightcrawler's actually got swords, which is actually pretty dangerous the way to run like that. You clip things on the walls, you clip your friends, slicing the crap out of Drax right now.
This is the most secure room in the mansion. I'd say you'll be safer in here.
But that would be a
Oh,
lie.
snap.
That's not Cyclops.
Very sharp.
Training sequence initiated. Level Alpha.
The danger room. Are you okay there, Mike?
Well, I'm just
Be careful. These training programs may be holographic, but they can still hurt.
Okay, now we get to see what Morbius is special. Oh, swirling around, drop, it claps, and it's all red. Oh yeah, that air effect is good. It does damage to people.
Do these blow up? Oh, it like sets it and then it just stays. That's actually pretty good. That's actually really good. What? That stays for so long.
Yeah, and then it explodes. I think if you set new ones, the first ones explode or something like that. Neither confirm nor deny. Fly you up like a cat.
You did that.
Initiating level beta.
Previous levels.
Wait a second, we did that.
Dangerous. Slice.
Yeah, he like slows them.
That's an unlucky hit.
You're taking tons of damage. Oh yeah, watch out for the bombs. The bombs are actually pretty rough. Oh, we should maybe blow our loads.
Any room for me?
I could change the terminology, but because everybody.
No, I think
How I
that
think of it.
that's a good.
Like, you know.
Yeah, you save up this load of power.
Yeah.
And then you blow it all over.
Yeah. Everywhere. And you want to do it when there's maximum effect, like when there's lots of people, or we're concentrating all of our loads on one powerful opponent.
Gets in the hair.
I don't know why I had to say it like that. That's a bit on the nose. And on the nose.
No.
Oh, somebody did. Who's that? Oh, it's Gambit. Revive. So we have 3 revives right now. Should be good.
Oh, you're playing the crawler.
Yes, I think I'm gonna call it tonight. We should remember to like work together.
Yeah.
Oh Oh, maybe we're under leveled now. I don't know. I just assumed different people are. But if we have like 3 weak guys, it's still.
I think that I'm proper level.
We might need a babysitter. Yeah. Which hopefully will
But we
so
also
yeah,
have-
someone like Drax who's like 11 or 13 now.
I can also stop being cocky and dodge.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Don't be like Gohan. You gotta dodge.
The threat level is escalating quite rapidly.
You think this is intense? Hey, Mystique, switch it over to the file marked Deadpool's Danger Room Dream Dates.
Level up.
Yeah. Big success with just jumping around. Good. Good move.
Initiating level Delta.
Can't survive in there forever. I'll make sure of that.
How come she knows how to control things? Got her.
I mean,
That was our plan.
yeah.
Power levels beyond maximum threshold.
Yay. We're heroes.
Training sequence. Abort. Abort. Abort.
Dine with me, friend.
Where is
At least
the
half a day.
where is the Xavier mansion supposed to be located? I can't remember. Is it near
New York? Yeah. Upstate New York, I think I remember. Oh yeah. Find someone else who has a slicey move. Drax does.
Are you?
Nightcrawler probably does. Yeah,
Nightcrawler
do
does,
it.
Yeah. Okay.
Do it.
And now.
Alright. I like how Gambit wanted to be part of that too. That was sweet.
But he doesn't have a slicey.
He's still active because you pressed R2, I think. So it still activated his synergy with you. So he's still like, yeah, I'm part of this. With my stick.
So,
yeah. So that just activates the AI.
We just went in there and just destroyed
Cerebro, yeah.
Cerebro?
Yeah, we just
Just
went in there. I mean, Xavier had a box.
This is useful for
a
future
rare crystal item in there that he
Right.
needed probably to power Cerebro, and we just went, oh, it's mine now.
Took it.
Yeah. And they're like, oh, those heroes that we let run around the mansion trying to save us. Where are they now? Ooh,
I'm happy
another
with that.
library. I love it. Oh, fuck this couch. Oh, screw these kids in there. Their education. We're going to destroy the entire whiteboard. All of the books. Forget this side. Some of those books thought they could escape.
All
We
right.
just leave that one chair. Never mind.
Wait, a plant. That plant
What
unlocks
plant?
everything.
Oh, more stuff to smash. Or I guess people to protect.
Mike, can you look up if Liam O'Brien did the
A
voice of
new
Yasuo or if I'm
era
crazy?
for mutant kind is about to dawn. Such a pity that none of you will live to see it.
He's got the power
Who's
stone.
that guy's voice? Because he does a real good impression of
Sir Ian, Sir Ian, Sir Ian, Sir Ian.
Kevin.
Action, wizard, you shall not pass. Cut. Sir Ian, Sir Ian. Yeah.
I'm just gonna throw cards at him.
Oh, now that he's stunned.
Any room for me?
Flow load all over Magneto. Yeah. Oh yeah, he got his stun. But now he's hurt again.
It's not too late to join
Let's
me.
just all gather around him.
Yeah, he's probably gonna do a wide air attack, but it probably doesn't matter. Cool, great. Let's get him again.
Yasuo from the
Ooh, quick, we gotta destroy these guys before they explode, because they're gonna explode, and they also have bomb cores that we can then throw into Magneto's face for a massive immediate stun. Oh, and another one that I'm just gonna go ahead and throw at him, and I believe he's almost done. Should be done right about now. He gets that final hit. Yeah, remember when he died a couple times? Yeah, this is how I know some of us are over level. It's because I think if you're on the same level as the game, if they have their stun meter still, you barely do any damage or no damage. I remember when we did no damage, right?
Homo superior.
And so if you just level up a bit, you come back, even a regular attack will still do a little bit of damage, and you do a lot of stun, which is the way it ought to be. Unless it was a patch. Maybe it was a patch. Game developers. Maybe they realized it wasn't as fun to like punch, dodge.
And a game made for their demographic, like 12 and 15.
Yeah, right. And us who were 12 15 when the old ones were.
Right.
Liam O'Brien. Shout out to Liam O'Brien. That's probably at Liam O'Brien at Instagram. I don't know. On Twitter.
He probably tweets.
It's probably not, actually.
Tracked you across the
I've never
great
seen it. I've
world
never seen his
to
Twitter.
retrieve what was stolen from us.
Cool. Is it exactly just
this-
at Liam O'Brien or is it something else? Okay.
Suffer for all eternity.
So this
Corpse
is
Glaive.
Yeah, this is that lady's
right.
Thanos'
Like handing
lady.
him over to
too,
your
right?
boss is gonna lead to less
Yeah, she's
suffering.
one of the well, they're all the children of Thanos, or in this game, they're the Black Order, not the ones from. Although I think, they're the characters from the movie, and from what I remember of,
He's gonna use
I'm not even
it
gonna
for
claim that I have
universe
comics
defense.
knowledge, but I saw YouTube videos of people talking about the movie.
I'm
They
sure you
were
understand
called
our
the Children of
concern.
Thanos just in the movie, but technically the Black Order in the comics shows up in a different time later. But that's all just inspiration, I guess. But yeah, in this they're called the Black Order.
delay the inevitable.
Redact my
Thou
statement. It's
shalt
not
have
at
the stones,
Hmm?
even if we must pry them from your dead hands.
Well, good thing that there was your Twitter.
Now this right here, right? Sometimes I asked, I believe I've asked before, hey, does alien metals, can Magneto affect it? Because awfully serious risk that he took there, right? Just standing still and letting it be cool.
Well,
Although he's a
he's,
Power Stone,
he's an old man. He probably doesn't have a lot of reaction speed.
That's true. If he
anyway.
just if he went like, oh, it's a good thing my powers are that good.
Yeah.
Because I did not know she's going to throw that directly at my eyeballs. I feel like blowing a load. Ooh.
Any room for me, friend?
I like when I don't know what the hell's going on. I'm a big fan of that. For honestly, for beat 'em up brawler like this, it's part of the fun. Like I didn't even notice. Drax unlocked a move, so he must have gotten to level 15 now. So there. I mean, it looks like this.
He did it.
Okay, he has a dive forward. That's fun. We may have blown our loads through their guys. They're all on.
Do a bunch of extra actions. There we go. I should just do that the whole time.
Alright. We are heroes.
Ugly aliens down. 2 more
Not
to go.
even close.
Imbeciles! You barely survived facing me alone. What makes you think you could ever defeat two of us?
How was the other guy watching?
Yeah, he was just.
A brilliant observation, Liebchen. Danke.
Proxima!
Hey, now we just fight.
But why is Nightcrawler still here? I guess he just teleports really
Well,
far
yeah,
away.
well, I don't believe we have him unlocked yet. In normal.
Oh, we do.
We would. Oh yeah, because we have him. Well, you know what? That's just
Because
wait.
I was playing him before.
He teleported her into a furnace. I have to assume, or into the sun.
Or revive
No
him.
one like this before.
Oh, I believe we've been set up to fail. You might notice that we're doing very little damage, and yet we're over leveled, and she's like it's up to every hit. So I'm just gonna stand still, and I'm gonna taunt.
Oh yeah.
So I'm talking about how impressed I am with this guy.
But I'm sure that you can defeat him, and it's probably enough.
Yeah, I'll probably just trigger the same. Go Magneto, help! I'm gonna say no.
But also, Magneto should just take his weapon away. That's a problem with things like video games like this. But
Yes.
Magneto standing there is he just shouldn't have the spear.
Yeah, there should be like,
Magneto
oh, it's
showed
alien
he can
metal, it
affect
doesn't work.
Yeah, but he threw it at Magneto to stop it. So.
That means he can always do it. I really like how
Save that moment of glory
overpowered he is.
for our master.
I think it's pretty cool.
Magneto?
Yeah. The way he fought in the only honestly the only redeeming quality
And
of
let me have mine
the
instead.
Dark Phoenix movie was when he was kicking the shit out of the aliens
You
in the
dare
train.
harm a member of the
It's a good fight
Black
scene.
Order.
Did you see that movie? Or did you boycott it? You were mad that I'd seen it at all.
Definitely
shouldn't have
did
given
not
money to
give
Fox.
them any of my money because after X-Men Apocalypse, we're just gonna not talk about that because this stream is about video games and not about X-Men Apocalypse and my theory. I like X-Men. I don't like X-Men.
I believe any of us do.
I think that because my theory is so great with that film that I have mostly avoided talking about it. Oh my god. Are we still doing this fail?
Yeah. It's another Doom to fail. I think the game's telling us how crazy powerful the Black Order is.
Yeah.
Go Drax.
Physically bigger than us. But why would it put us... I'm actually, like, for some reason, bothered by that.
Sure. Come on, can't you all teleport? Let's go.
Doom to fail is already an annoying
Yeah.
mechanic, but to have it
in a row.
2 fights in a row feels redundant.
Sure. I mean, it is, but also, hey, it tells us, oh, they're real strong. But look, now the big guys are gonna come. Now they're gonna help.
Even with this stone at my command, this may not be a battle we can win. If we used all of the stones together, however...
We would
Only
almost
somebody can
certainly
make a
do
gun
more damage than good.
out of metal.
What we need is time to regroup, to formulate a better plan. As
That's
far
stone
from
made of
here as
metal?
possible.
I don't think so.
I have never teleported so many at
It
once.
seems like people can just sort of
I can
hold an
attempt to,
aura,
no.
or you touch
Not
it and it
even
kills you.
Lockjaw could get
One
us
of
all
the two.
far enough away from this insanity.
Because it's magic.
As long as their prize is in our hands, these
If you're not
monsters
sure
will
why, a
follow us
wizard
to
did
the
it.
ends of the universe.
This universe, perhaps. Something has been weakening the barriers between dimensions.
Time to
I
use
can
magic.
just break through.
Yep. In this case, a witch did it. A Scarlet Witch.
Do you think that Zatanna and Scarlet Witch are...
There.
One is
But I
based
must
off the
warn
other?
you. Chaos
Because I know
magic
that
is
Marvel and DC
unpredictable.
are just, like,
Do not know
blatantly
where this
stolen
will
from
lead
each
us.
other.
It's funny because you named, I feel like, two characters who I would say aren't that. Like, because, you know, obviously you just have magic characters, sure. But, like, one looks like... It just the way they look and where they got their powers and stuff. I think that for once they were both a little original, with Zatanna being like, you know, the black top hat and pulling rabbit out of a hat and all this magic stuff. And they even do magic differently, right? They have to just to speak it, and she has to say the spell backwards, right? So there's a whole other shtick there.
Isn't Zatanna's power just convenience?
Oh. Magic.
Which is kind of what?
Sure.
Scarlet Witch's power.
Scarlet Witch is also like magic and reality, temporal.
It's
control,
reality. Yeah, it's reality
yeah.
magic specifically. But yeah, but because it's reality, she just kind of goes, "Oh, I conveniently need this to happen."
While that may be true, yeah,
it's the power of plot.
Okay. If you were to say, "Hey, Darkseid or Thanos, which one came first?" That there was easily documented, you know, interviews of them talking about. I think what was it Stan Lee and Jack Kirby talking about. Oh, if you're gonna rip off something from DC, at least rip off Darkseid, which is a better character or something like that, or vice versa. But I remember one of them clearly being the inspiration for the other, and they did not hide that fact.
Yeah.
Just two big bald dudes who are kind of purple, kind of blue. Oh, let's go here. Like there's stuff here. Ooh.
And then DC ripped itself off.
Sure. Or Captain Marvel for a time. Yeah. For a long time, I was like, that's very confusing.
I mean, Captain Marvel is definitely Superman. And then Shazam is also Superman.
He's definitely Superman, right? The hair, the build, the flying, but also lightning. So Thor. Did you see Shazam, by the way, the movie?
I started watching it, but it just wasn't. It wasn't sick.
It was really fun, and I thought their ending fight with the family and everything, that
Jump in
overall
any
arc,
time now, darling.
really good. Did a good job with it.
I don't know.
If it's not your cup of tea, it's not your cup of tea. But like, if you were to give
I might just
DC
not
any,
have been in
These
the mood for
monsters
it.
won't hunt themselves.
It was just very much like it felt too.
We've got to stop these beasties before they overflow into our
Never-ending story. I mean, not but like that demographic.
oh, sure, yeah,
Yeah. Amy kids can be powerful. Like that kind of like it felt like a very 80s movie. Which is not. I'm not against.
I mean, down to the
brain.
bullies, right? Beating up literally a kid in crutches. Because they hit him they hit him with their car, and then they go, "Hey kid, you got in our way." Clearly, he's on crutches, and they just beating him up, and they're like, "Is there any hero among you?" And I would think that if it happened now, well, it came out in 2019, but 2020, you'd probably have every student run up, being like, "Yeah, you guys are literal monsters. You need to stop beating up the crippled kid right now."
I feel like this is important to bring up now that she's in the game. The original character made in 2000.
Does it?
She is a
Tea?
monster.
Anyone?
Similar to Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Ah, okay.
No.
All right.
Who are you?
Do the German
How many
accent.
lumps, darling?
Oh, sure. I think we've all taken enough lumps for today.
Oh,
As
the
he hops
fun's just getting started. This dimension is teeming with lovely leviathans like that.
So she's a British monster hunter. Does she use some sort of magic?
Guns, it looks like. How did you end up here anyway?
Not so much like.
I'm a monster hunter, dear. So when a rift opens in downtown London and giant stone brutes pour out, it's my job to stop them. Even if it means
Constantine
delivering them back home
is a
myself.
British monster hunter.
Oh, I kidding with. Wow,
It does kind of like, looking her up made me feel like, oh, this is basically.
This is we need a Constantine.
Her and Crystal are like, who? And more.
Well,
because Crystal's one of the Inhumans, right? And they're trying to start setting that up, but also she has an introduction at the same time as the core Avengers. You're like, whoa. We know them, obviously, even if I know nothing about comics, because they're all over billboards the last 10 years. But who are you?
I started watching the Inhumans, and
Is there
it's not...
other rifts like the one we came through?
I've seen a few, yeah. Haven't
Someone
figured out a
hired
way
me
to close them yet, though.
That is spot
I
on. I don't know if you've met a lot of Germans in your life, but we need to find a way to close those portals fast.
You go right ahead, love. I've got my eye on something else.
I don't think Nightcrawler has a voice in my head.
He should Kurt Wagner. He should sound
Magic
like a kid like
powering
this.
these portals is unusual. Even for the
So I
dark
started watching
dimension.
Inhumans, and
I found them willing to
it's
jump through enough holes in reality for one
it's
day.
very, very mediocre. I only watched like the first episode. But it is. I think it's interesting because Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. has a lot of Inhumans in it.
As you can see, we've already beat it.
And they kind of reference each other. And so I think.
Get over here.
Oh, looking. I was like, I'm Nightcrawler. You get over here.
There's nothing wrong with the camera.
But I think that I wonder if you watch one and not the other, how much you miss. They already reference. They reference Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. a lot in the actual Inhumans first episode.
Releasing powerful arcane
Agents of
energy.
S.H.I.E.L.D.
Could it have something to do with
I'm not sure. I think Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. also works in the DC.
It is.
Yeah. Which it is MCU still. Like it's not.
the magic from this artifact is somehow powering the rift. Maybe destroyed
I feel like to have everything be MCU with the TV. I don't know. I was never into it for the Netflix. I like to think of the Netflix universe as the Netflix universe. I know that they reference the Avengers, but for all the mileage you get out of being able to reference a world that is monsters, the world building doesn't actually reflect it that well, right? Like I think they reflect really well in the movies, right? Like with the first Iron Man, it feels more like real life, and then as soon as he starts introducing crazy technology into the world, there is more of that, right? Yeah, we gotta go around that. You know what I mean? Like there's more of that, and then in Daredevil, they are back to the real world, and it's the 2012 happened, and the Avengers 1 happened, the Battle of New York they say happened, but everything's not all still a wreck. They're not selling pieces of Chitauri technology.
It's not part
that
of the
kind
plot.
of thing. Yeah,
It's in the world, but
yeah.
It's part of the
And
story.
so yeah, one thing is as much mileage as they get out of talking about magical hammers and the Hulk, it's like that's kind of fun, but it doesn't help the story. Whereas it helps the story when I pretend that it's all taking place in just their universe. You know.
So you want it to take place in just like the Defenders universe?
I make it clear. Yeah, it would be cleaner. Plus, like that means the threats. You know that the threats can't really get above street level, and then as soon as it gets high enough, you start thinking, well, I could probably go to Stark Tower and ask for a meeting with Tony Stark, who's extremely busy, but I just have to light up my magical fist and say, hey, I'm one of you guys.
That's something they had to do with Far From Home.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just be like, where are the Avengers? Oh, they're off spacing.
They're off spacing, and you actually are a good. Let's go. Yeah, let's jump through that. And yeah, they need Peter for this.
So, I think what I like about Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., all the things I dislike about it, is that it is a little like tied together. It's what's happening between.
It's tied better, right? Because they have that.
I think they get a little bit of warning, but also I wonder how much warning they get.
We just came from there, so we should go around this way.
Because sometimes, like, if you watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., there's just the point where, okay, well, if you just watch the movies and you haven't watched Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.,
that's where we came from.
When the helicarrier shows up to Sokovia, you're like, oh, they have a new helicarrier, and that doesn't really, like, there's nothing that tells you that exists.
Right.
Because in Winter Soldier, the helicarrier doesn't get destroyed.
Adequate work.
But if you watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., one of the plot lines is that they're secretly making a new S.H.I.E.L.D. helicarrier.
Oh, I believe you've told me this before. So it's your viewership of the movie is enhanced by watching the show.
Yes, but not necessary.
Sure, not fully necessary. Like you won't be fully lost, but you're saying that it's actually better, which actually is kind of a good thing.
Yeah, so the show kind of ties together the in between of the big world events of the Avengers and all of that.
I think that's very good.
Yeah, and I think that show existing is good. Like, I think that's a good idea. And I think Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. was kind of that purpose. Like, the design of it. That being said, though, you definitely can see how the big movie epicness kind of interferes with the show's story.
Because the show's runners have to check in with the Marvel top guys, but the top guys at Marvel don't have to check in with the show guys.
I think so, and also I think that they want to keep things under wraps as possible for what they're doing in Marvel, and so they don't want to tell the showrunners too much about what's going to happen.
Which is kind of shitty. Like, let us do our jobs. It would help us do our jobs if you guys gave us a little more access.
For example, when you have a show called Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and
know about Hydra?
Yeah, and there's a whole thing where Hydra overruns S.H.I.E.L.D. That completely changes our TV show. Because then S.H.I.E.L.D. is now seen as terrorists, and that's part of the show. And it leads to an interesting story arc.
We talked about way back when we actually saw the Winter Soldier and like finished the movie. You're like, oh, now you can almost feel the. Was it your words? I think that you can almost feel the writers of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. have to scramble now and have emergency meetings because now they have to figure out what
yeah, because they're just like, oh my god, what
the bosses do
happening? And I think that they definitely had some warning, but all of the stuff that happens with Hydra and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. happens mid-season. and so they like divert the plot line mid-season. Which, I mean, the way that they handle it's pretty good, but it's definitely an end of season.
Any room for me?
It's definitely the way you want to end your season with a whole like, oh, it turns out that Shield is completely corrupt. But yeah, so just where it comes.
Well, I still have yet to really give Agents of Shield a chance. I saw that first episode and went, neat, this is good. I should watch more. And then the year passed.
It's got real highs and real lows, that's for sure. It is not, I'm not going to say that it is a fantastic show. It's got its moments where you're like, oh, that's really smart, or that was really neat.
You know, the thing is,
and
that's kind of what I'm asking for.
Yeah, it deals a lot with Inhumans.
Yeah.
So if you're thinking about like, if you're like, oh, I really want a X-Men show, then the later seasons of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. get a little bit X-Men-y. Because the Inhumans are basically mutants, just with a different plot. There's this Kree crystal that they're using to genetically modify humans, and if you carry a certain gene, when you inhale the dust from this crystal being smashed, you turn into you get your powers. But if you're human, you just die.
That should create some fun drama.
Sure, yeah, and it's also, so these crystals are both a weapon. So if you think of like, if the Magneto plotline of like, let's destroy all humans and
right,
save
yeah,
all
you want to
mutants.
unleash that.
Yeah, that plotline is there, kind of like, oh, these crystals we're gonna put everywhere, and if you are a human, you'll die, and if you're a human, you'll live, and you'll get your powers, and then create a society for humans. That's what the bad guys are. And they do, yeah. Definitely, it's got its big strengths, and it's got its big weaknesses, and eye-rolling moments, and
switch out cracks.
But it's definitely, it's a show that kills characters.
Which is also good. I always commend the show's bravery.
They are,
I mean, if it's for good reason.
Brave enough to kill characters. Oh yeah, yeah, and they don't kill characters just nonsensically. It's always like a big epic moment for a character.
That is one thing. I would say though, part of the problem, and it's not the show's fault, but throughout the years, recently, sometimes you see a preview of some new shows, and I'm just thinking to myself, you know what I don't need? Another special school show.
Yeah.
Whether they're a special school for assassins or for mutants, or they don't call, or they do everything but say the word mutants.
Yeah, mages or anything like that.
I understand the demographic for it. I understand that there's a way to reuse these sets and things and have school drama. I just definitely don't need more, because I'm gonna go ahead and change some characters.
Okay. And then when I talk to this guy, you get to do your best Cajun accent.
Great. Good.
Mon frere.
Mon frere.
I love the Cajun accent, and Gambit is definitely makes me sploosh.
I wonder how he sounds in this game. I haven't heard him much. Maybe an overpowered Spider-Man or an overpowered.
What time is your work, by the way?
4.
Okay.
Nice.
Cool. Another half an hour is perfect.
Cool. The time is perfect. Okay. Yeah. You know what? Let's buff up that Captain Marvel.
This captain is ready for action.
Bye, Morbius.
I'm enjoying.
We'll check out your movie later.
Gambit.
Yeah.
I'll keep Gambiting. You can switch out Nightcrawler if you don't want to play him.
No, Nightcrawler's good.
He's the only person I have synergy with right now, so.
Yeah, the game will find ways to like synergize you.
Yeah, it's pre-programmed into the characters.
Yeah. Ooh. what is?
Do you know what happens if you've got 4 characters that all have the same synergy and one character doesn't attack and all 4 join in, or can only the first character join
It
in?
just makes one person join you.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure.
It's like the closest, probably.
Yeah.
Is my
Okay, we got an X-Man. We got some cosmic power. We got another X-Man. Okay, so I guess they should not be an X-Man.
Or be an X-Man.
Yeah.
Or...
You know what? Let's just bring back a fan favorite. Let's get some Spider-Man.
Swing into action.
We also throw in Elsa since she's
you know, sure. Oh, never mind. We've done.
Oh, it's too late.
Too late. That makes a nice little.
Do we level up abilities? Should we level up abilities?
Let me check them.
Yeah.
All right, let's see where we're at with that. So we got all these moves. Let's see. Oh, you know, let's see. Ooh, actually, they've got. He's got a bomb. That is good. What else we got? We got some web. Oh yeah, it doesn't have enough.
Give me my.
These are basically
Oh,
all.
those are all level.
Oops, all
Is
up.
there any other space? Can we give the dangerous, no, the dangerous ground?
Ooh,
thing?
dangerous ground is good. Yeah, no, he doesn't have enough
Okay.
of the AP. So, oh yeah, here we go.
Has nothing.
This guy has not been leveled at all. Okay, wait. What's his best move that you like the most? Damage D, damage
remember.
B.
I like Bamf Strike. I like anything that bamfs.
Bamf it is. I think we can still do. Oh, no, just a one. Oh, okay, all right.
She can do Cosmic Beam probably.
I like the burst, but so her beam should definitely be leveled up though. Level that shit up. All right, that's all we gotta do now. We need to check some dialogue, I think. I'm just kidding. Let's go. All right.
All right, here we go. Best Cajun accent, Mike.
What is it, mortal?
That was a pretty amazing stunt you just. I'm just a swarthy guy. I don't. We're New Orleans.
New Orleans.
Go on now, boy. No, that's just me doing Red Dead Redemption 2. Arthur Morgan, who actually I thought sounds a little down south and not so much a Texan thing like a lot of the other cowboys. He feels like more of a Cajun thing going on. So, anyways, continue. Press A there.
Nothing compared to what I had to do to break out
The
of
Cajun
that
accent is
life.
definitely super hard.
Wait, you were dead?
Yeah.
Just cursed. There have been plenty of
Mississippi.
times that death seemed like a welcome change, however.
I'm trying to remember Benjamin Button. Oh my goodness, Benjamin! If you weren't dead, why were you in the afterlife?
I was dragged.
That's pretty good, actually.
That's my audition for you guys.
Yeah.
Cold read.
When I saw that rift, I
Cold.
wasted no time.
Yeah, right. Cold read some Gambit.
Yeah, but that's a pretty good.
But that's me not putting any French in it because I
Yeah.
haven't heard enough of those accents with French in it.
Yeah.
Not sure where you ended up is any better.
You have no idea. But should you ever spill innocent blood, I promise you shall find out.
He could always sound more like Nicolas Cage.
You have no idea.
We need to steal the Declaration of Independence.
Still not a good Gambit depicted on screen. I mean, he's technically in Wolverine Origins, but there's no actually, I will say that Ryan Reynolds. Okay, this is the first time I'm ever gonna say this about anything. Like, I mean, he's good in this, but Ryan Reynolds was the best part of Wolverine Origins.
What about Hugh Jackman?
No, even Hugh Jackman wasn't good.
No, he tried his best, damn it.
He did.
But, I mean, I feel you. I also concur with you in that Gambit should get a movie. And I think he would get a badass solo movie. And I think his power set is cool enough that you could do visually interesting things to sell that. And he is probably known enough to the general public to justify that.
He is like Gambit and Nightcrawler. I think are the two favorite X-Men, and Wolverine. So yeah, definitely Wolverine. I have Channing Tatum. Actually,
So you know what? Wait, is that actually rumored? Because I feel like I just had this conversation yesterday.
I was kidding.
Yeah.
Wasn't it Channing
But
Tatum
he's
who
actually
played-
from
No,
New
it wasn't. It was
Orleans,
Josh
right?
Hartnett who played.
Which was a bad.
No, he didn't play him
No, Josh Hartnett played him, right?
That's isn't that Taylor Kitsch?
Maybe.
Taylor, yeah. When Hollywood was trying to make him a thing, and then people were like, "Nope, we're not seeing his movies," and I felt bad for him because I'm like, "Oh, handsome guy. He should do movies." Yeah, right, that was him.
Who's supposed to play Gambit, or who
I
did
think
play
he
Gambit?
played Gambit in.
Okay.
Yeah.
For some reason, I thought it was like a well-known heartthrob.
It was up-and-coming movie star.
I will tell you, characters that were cast aside from Wolverine and Ryan Reynolds. I thought Lee Schreiber was
Yeah.
And he is one of those powerhouse actors, so he just did it well.
I'm so glad you're here.
But
Who
very
plays
different.
Sabretooth in X1?
They're getting
Is it also Lee
Tyler
Schreiber?
Maine is some super tall dude.
That must
I think
be
more
a
of a stunt actor.
mistake. The spell you're casting.
Okay. I was saying earlier, as
expanding
much as
the
the X-Men
rift.
movies are all garbage.
You have to stop.
Except for X1 2. The casting in X1, 2, and 3 is spot. Like even Halle Berry is Storm.
Until all
Spot.
realities.
I mean, as sort of the only black actress in Hollywood anybody, that's a little like, oh, she's the only one who could have played. She's the only one who sells tickets, which is unfortunate, but yeah, not that she didn't do a good job.
Wait, what if you're playing Doctor Strange at this point?
Then there's 2 Doctor Stranges on screen.
Really?
Yeah. Doesn't need to make sense.
Did you try that? Is that like tested?
Well, I know the game doesn't like patch itself. I mean, it doesn't glitch and erase everything. Yeah. Yeah.
I thought it might make you like choose a different character.
No, the game just lets us do it because hey, it's the unit, it's a cinematic game. But he is also using basically his attacks. Which is I like that he doesn't use like some bullshit that we never get to access. It's actually like his spin move is that long. Like it's only like half a screen. Ooh. Well, that felt a bit longer. Loads.
Any room for me? Loads. But that's the important thing, and if when they make an actual X-Men show,
sure.
One of the important things for me is the multiculturalism, and that the characters have their goddamn accents.
Yeah. I wouldn't sacrifice that for the sake of like, you should be, he's our lead, we better make him easy. There's plenty of people who are just standard American, like Cyclops and Logan.
Yeah, and I don't mind that they take accents or add accents to characters and other things, but in X-Men the point is multicultural. Every X-Man is from somewhere. There's even a Canadian. So that representation is.
Do you think next time when they cast a young Wolverine, it should be like a super fucking Canadian? Like again, if people haven't tuned in before, if anyone isn't in the film industry and doesn't know this, there's a big emphasis on young actors out of Vancouver, out of Calgary, out of Toronto, wherever else in Canada they do the film industry. That you'll never get work if you sound Canadian. The accent. Yeah, because they also do shows like Letterkenny.
But Letterkenny is specifically like there's a niche of like there's
well, my list stopped. There's one more.
But there's also is this also one we're supposed to do?
You might just take damage. Yeah,
well, that's the thing is if a lot of things that are shot in Vancouver are set in Seattle because the cultures are so close and the accents are so close. Yeah, so if you have characters.
The point is, it's not. yeah, like don't have a Canadian accent, right? Is the thing. But it'd be very funny if they actually cast a, you know, someone out of Alberta. As,
yeah, absolutely. I would like to see an actual like not sexy Wolverine, but a short, stodgy.
So short is not in any way sexy. Yeah. Good job. Way to alienate.
No, to society.
Our short fan base. See, what sucks is that's also how. This is a microcosm of how big arguments happen, dude, in Hollywood. Is see, since he said that, now I'm like, oh yay, 5'9" me is now I have validation from tall guy, and now I get to not be afraid anymore.
But I don't actually consider you short.
But see, now that
you brought it up, it's you consider you short.
It's I'm in a funny place where really short people would be like you're tall, and very tall people would be like you're obviously short. So there's this is what average means.
Yeah, this is what average means.
Like a 7 foot tall basketball player would still not be like you're short, Zach. You know, at 6'2",
6'2", yeah.
There's like a certain there's exactly a level, and then they're like.
But vanquishing the true Dormammu in his own realm will be nearly impossible.
And then there's Mike, who's like,
Lucky
hey, anything
for
lower than
us.
6'4" is short.
The impossible is my specialty.
And I don't know why I hang out with you, other Mike, because you're taller than me.
Yeah, he sucks all the gravity towards.
And I want to be the most powerful, and power is measured by the tallest.
Oh, even the most powerful.
I believe in Urkin society.
Even the most powerful people have someone to look up to.
Quick, everybody crowd around Dr.
I owe you an apology
And
for
the
all
hardest
that
accent.
unpleasantness.
Just help us get out of here, and we'll call it even.
I
Now,
will.
Hill.
First we need to
Go
deal
on
with
now,
Dormammu.
Hill. Yeah, something that is happening.
I think it would help if
Crawfish
it was
cookout.
written with the accent in mind.
Yeah, they should always write that. For me, to help me, that would make this better.
Yeah, because he doesn't have any, like, he's just, isn't that what we just did? Like, it's very...
Ain't that what we just did?
Should be an
Yeah, that should be written.
If, I mean, I guess it's a stereotype to say that.
That was no more than a shadow of his true power.
You can also press
He's
X
the
to
master
skip.
of this dimension and can twist its
But
dark
story,
magic
what
to
about
his
our
will.
audience? Don't they
And it
care
gets
about the
worse.
story?
Fair.
Hey,
if
audience,
anyone wants to chime in.
If you care about the story, tell us now. Now, I'm pointing at the camera.
Go on now. Go on.
Yes, story.
Oh. Oh shit! All right, okay. Never press X. Only press A. Make sure they can read all that. How could it possibly be
Dormammu
worse than
has
that?
an Infinity Stone. It's what opened the first rift between our dimensions. I tried to chase it here, but it was too late. For me, and perhaps for reality as we know it.
Ah.
So that's how he's opening all these rifts with the Reality Stone. I'll also have only one tone. I cannot be sort of jovial if I'm doing this here accent.
I'm afraid so. And unless we stop, you'll make every dimension as dark as this one.
We did it. We pressed X.
Are you sure you didn't translate that to enough of Mike? I'm pretty sure that's what was meant.
We're keeping the same team. Keep the same team. Let's go.
Oh, that guy just ran away from him.
The thing is, yeah. So the main thing about Gambit is he's got a application accent. I think that he should be a no-name. I wouldn't cast a specific because like I know that he already plays Doctor Strange, but if Benedict Cumberbatch comes in with a Cajun accent, you're still like it's Benedict Cumberbatch. Yeah. And the Cajun accent's so rare.
Where I think so. The thing with Channing Tatum is he's obviously shown that he's got some chops. He did that Foxcatcher thing. He's done a few things where it's like about acting, but he still sort of has that like, hey, I'm a street guy.
Oh, I was only kidding about Channing Tatum.
But hey, I mean,
I just was like picking a heartthrob.
Yeah, some sort of heartthrob. But when you mentioned Josh Hartnett too, I mean he's a bit old now, but
you know what?
He's good.
But I as much as so, watching Penny Dreadful, and I really want to like Penny Dreadful, and I just can't, like, it's everything
Come
that
this
I
way.
want without
Beat up these guys.
good. It's not bad though. It's just not. I'm not into it. I'm not into any of the characters. They're not. But Josh Hartnett's character is like this gunslinger, and
I've always thought he was good. He just seems to either. Oh god. Jesus. Oh, actually, that's where exactly where we want to go. That's where we want to go. Exactly. Okay, now smash this thing.
Yeah, so I actually would, if you can do it with an accent, I would definitely be okay.
The thing is, as actors, I know that not everyone can be an accent guy, but when you get money for it, go to a speech class. Go learn the thing. Go train the character the way it's supposed to be. It's that they're like, oh, it's just play. Like, they probably do screen tests, and of course, they got these things. They don't want to be silly. They don't want to fuck it up. But
You know what I'd
hire a different person.
I'd like to see an older but
probably will not be accurate.
You don't think so? Keanu Reeves is, and that's why actually what made me think Keanu Reeves, because he's like crazy invested and completely commits to the part.
That's true. I'm still judging him based on Dracula. Remember that internet before he was a sweetheart and you could do no wrong? Remember when we made fun of him? You were part of that. Yeah, now the way he's aged, it's a really cool tone.
I think quiet Keanu tone works for Keanu, but the accent's different for the character.
Dormammu is immune to the magic born in this dimension.
Like
The
the automatic
reality
elevator
stone
once
has
you go over
created
there.
an anomaly.
So, we gotta go this way, yes, for sure. Keep going where you're going. Don't jump. Yeah.
We can fight.
Oh yeah, and he's actually French, so it'll actually be really good. Oops.
Well, too bad Olivier is not
I wonder if he's watching this right now, being like, "Why didn't Zach mention?"
You know what?
Oh, this.
We're so well organized with everything that we're doing.
Okay, so this one's kind of weird. They need to. That will power us up, and then you throw. Like if you grab it, you have a barrier, and then when you get shot by things, the barrier gets bigger, so you get stronger. And then when you throw it, it's more powerful halos. So, look at that. Fun. Wonder if it keeps. Let's keep it. Nope. It sure doesn't.
But yeah, not a rampage movie. That's not what I'm thinking of for a Gambit movie. But if it was like he's trying to find someone movie,
Sure.
I think
What's
that
his?
would be a good.
Let's talk story for a second. What is really his story? I remember the X-Men cartoon growing up, but because there hasn't been a screen version, I don't know the definitive version of who he is.
He's a member of was a member of the Hellfire Club, and then he left. So he has like a romance with what's her name, Diamond Skin. Emma Frost. Yeah. And so a lot of his plotlines with the Hellfire Club being like, hey, come back to us, or we'll kill your favorite person.
That's fun, yeah.
Being chased. Yeah. So
and I mean, chase, being chased away by bad guys, and not being chased like a virginal.
Yeah.
So you guys know what the hell I'm talking about.
So he's a lot of his stuff has to do with the Hellfire Club. Like a lot of his personal plotlines have to do with his past and the Hellfire Club and how he's done not nice things. He's also a gambler, obviously. Even though in like the cartoon that doesn't come up so much because it's a cartoon and they don't want to encourage kids to gamble.
Yeah, right. Making one of your coolest characters have a
gambling
vice,
addiction?
right, is
Yeah.
like a good thing. But when you know the show is for kids,
Yeah.
they're gonna want to model everything after his character. Okay, all right, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take that gets bigger. Hit one more time. Just gonna fire it. I think.
Well,
Let's just leave. Let's just fuck right off.
I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna.
We do not have to mess with these spheres. Those spheres are beyond our capabilities. Throw this rock at him. And Spider-Man's gonna blow some.
Pretty spectacular, huh?
Nope.
Oh, gonna blow low.
Nope. Yeah. Alright, this time I'm pick this up. Take a hit.
And then,
boom.
of course,
There it
his
is.
major thing,
Big old
loving that love thing, which they kind of made Bobby Drake have in the.
Oh, with Rogan?
Yeah. That's good.
Yeah, I just think that the power set is cool too. You know, he charges objects with kinetic energy. He has his shtick with the cards and stuff, of course, but he could choose to power other stuff. It's, you have rich places to go with that you don't have with, let's say, I mean, even Wolverine. They went, okay, how many ways can he really stab a guy? Oh, let's just focus on making a great story then. 'Cause what else are we gonna do?
Oh wow.
I guess we'll make a good movie.
This is
Punchy.
I'm not punchy.
Somebody else.
I'm punchy.
There we go.
1, 2, 3. Oh, I have to...
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh god.
We're just taking turns.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Ready.
Go.
1, 2, 3.
Yay! We're heroes.
We did it. Teamwork.
Excellent. That was way more difficult than it should have been.
That's just life. Do we have to kill those
Nowhere. I don't think so. I think we can just get out of here. Here. Bye. Oh, we gotta get up here to do this. That's what that is. Destroy the spheres. Oh, let's go. We sort of have to go up there, I think, to beat that white sphere. So, excuse me while I teleport us all again. Woo. That's jarring. Oh. Come on, guys. All these fly.
What was I saying? We actually started playing video games.
Yeah, right. Sorry, everyone.
Sorry,
we could continue to chatterbox this whole thing up. Gambit movie. Gambit should have a movie. It'd be really good. It's cool. They made a Morbius movie though. Is it going to be a more zombie
but
story?
that's, I think that's
vampire story.
That's Sony just trying to get what they can. Like they're gonna make a Sinister Six movie.
Yeah, they're gonna try to make this like a Spider-Man villain movie.
They're basically saying we don't have the like we can't make a, like I guess we can do Scarlet Spider, but like there's not a lot of spidering that we can do. Like there's not a lot of genuine.
I think of all the risks you could try to maybe do is to not have because we saw how well Into the Spider-Verse did. And yes, of course, it had a huge character in Peter Parker, but they showed that, I mean, first of all, diversity and all that stuff and representation, but they also oh yeah, we're already done this, we have to go this way. Follow the captain.
And they're doing
Yeah. Okay.
Bye. That's it. That's
Let's
over.
go through this portal, and then before the audience even sees, we just cut off the feed.
All right, let's stop at the sideways diagonal.
Hell yeah.
Yes, I agree. Into the Spider-Verse was very incredible, and it was but I think that the cinematic for like movie-wise, they're just trying to get what they can out of the Spider-Man.
Well, just because we know Sony's listening, I'm saying is if they did sign over that Peter Parker over to the MCU, and they have to use some backup Spider-Man, a Ben Reilly movie would probably still do well. If you make a good movie and you get recognizable villains, he's still Spider-Man. You're still making a Spider-Man movie, but now people won't even get to complain about how it's so played out, right? Oh, I know what happens to Peter. I know what happens to Uncle Ben. But no, now we get to tell this new story that probably a lot of people don't know about that other universe Spider-Man.
Apparently, the rumor is that Sony is going to get acquired or by someone.
Disney?
No. And so if Sony gets acquired, then the way that the rights work is they lose rights to the Spider-Man franchise, apparently.
Dang.
And so if that happens, then
apparently that's not
goes back to Marvel.
I was just listening to a different podcast. This is a podcast. I was listening to a podcast about people talking about comic book stuff, because apparently that big deal, it's not just Spider-Man the character, it's it includes Venom, Morbius, all this stuff, but it's like hundreds of characters.
Oh yeah,
like many characters. It's a huge deal
because it has to be the entire Spider-Man franchise, so they can use whatever villains or whatever they want, right? Yeah. Anyways, that's our stream for today. Thank you to our 4 viewers for watching, and we love you all. And I hope that you tune in next time, and then we'll do this more consistently.
Yeah.
We should also do this on Sundays instead of a middle of a weekday, and be more consistent, and then grow a fan base, and then have 200,000 people watch us and argue with each other in the comments, and then we have to ban members. And I think the first time we have to ban someone, I think that's that's the next step.
Yeah, I'm gonna be like, wow, we really made it somewhere. If that's a real thing. Okay, turn this off. Check out Snowpiercer on TNT season 1.
Oh yeah, Mike's in Snowpiercer. And also, wasn't there another show you were on?
I'm on some shows. You know me. You can look me up.
You know me. All right.
And look out for Tasteful.
And look out for Tasteful.